Was he trying to kill? Ain't no way. This sly dog. This guy's aura is insane. This guy's aura is insane. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. This could very well be the very last part. We've already figured out the ins and outs of this problematic case, okay? They really want us to believe that everything lined up perfectly to not only just allow Acro to get away with murder, but to also have an alibi of sorts, some potential protection. Yeah, I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dive into the final day. I don't even want to go over what happened last time. If you haven't seen it, you're just gonna have to go check out the other video. But if you have seen it, if you are ready to dive into this, let's get on with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ace Attorney Justice for All. Let's see. December 30th, 2:17 p.m. I can't believe it, Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Are you just not realizing that? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. It definitely wasn't on accident. The things that happened were, he did? But I'm nothing but a little, but I'm nothing but a little old nobody, don't you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal, you gonna ignore me after I went through all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Jeez, bro. Cut him a break. I actually don't like Max. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. He's not growing on me. No, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. Now, how about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it after, or later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. Got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Bro just slid some crazy talk to me and then just decides to leave. What does that mean? Explain yourself. What did he mean by that, the very end part? Not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk. An entire dairy? Is that like a place where they make milk or something? Why are they calling it that? An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? Yes, bro. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Court is now back in session. I can't wait for you to try to press me again on some, you need to prove everything, and then when Acro needs to explain himself, Acro, you're totally fine, my dear baby sweet honey child. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Bro, I have a back rest, bro, and this is like, I'm not gonna get into it. No, I am gonna get into it. This is so uncomfortable. Bro. There we go. Proof what kind of motive Acro would have to commit his crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hey, we're gonna keep it going, though. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Very Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Okay? You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how many could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such high esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. I'm about to press this into Kingdom Come. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Yeah, let's get this show rolling. I'm ready today. I'm hydrated. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. Why? Why? Did you steal cookies from a cookie jar? Huh? Tried to sell lemonade at a stand without insurance? What's going on here? We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents are very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Yeah, unless it's me. I could walk up to the judge and be like, Judge, I lost my mom and dad. He'll be like, shut the f up and get back to the podium and start your testimony. Or start pressing. Whatever it is that Phoenix does, bro. I just know that that's exactly how it is. That's how it is for so many of these instances where people are just like able to do whatever they want. And then when it comes to me, it's like, actually, guilty. No crying in court. Let's keep going. The witness may not proceed with his testimony. Whatever. That's when the ringmaster at the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. Let's talk about it. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about the other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. Why are y'all drinking this Kool-Aid? That's why I always was thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes it so difficult. Then how long have you been a performer? I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. Okay, you start off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the... I can't. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. No, brother. No, brother. No, brother. Oh my gosh, nobody decided to check y'all on this name? There was nobody ever who went to Dingleberries? You do not, like, nobody stopped you ever in the naming process. Now that's cruel and unusual punishment. That might just go a step above your parents leaving you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kidding. Anybody, look, if you're new here, that is a joke. That is a joke. I'm just saying, I'm creating a, whatever. Called the Flying Dingleberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. I wanted to be the best Dingleberry. I wanted to be there forever. I wanted to make my mark. Oh yeah, bro, you're a Dingleberry. You'll do that all right. You're truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking around Acro like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Yeah, good question, bro. Good question. How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I can see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Are we being for real? Okay, yep, do your stupid little bow, bro. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a freaking jerk. I think that'll be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, Yeah, get hit with the save first before you start launching questions all willy-nilly trying to get my health down. Can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I can't provide one. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against the witness, did you not? I believe this is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? Ooh, was he trying to kill Regina? Was he trying to kill Regina? Huh? Whoa, ain't no way. Nah, hold on. The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? What? Order. Bailiff. I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what kind of courtroom are you running in here? What in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do with this, to his court? Are you tempted to imply that... yeah, bro. We know exactly what this is about. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's worse. The fact that all these grown men were crushing on this girl, or that a grown man tried to crush the girl. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, huh? You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Oh my gosh, bro, his face just said it all right there. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Stop it, bro. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. I want to know why would... Yup. I'm confident enough that I don't feel like I needed to save, but just in case. I don't like losing health. Why would I want to kill Barry? Why would he want to kill Barry? Yes, me too. I'd demand to see some proof. There's evidence that proves that Acro is out to kill this. Hey, I just got it. Oh, and this is the scarf. This is the scarf that, ooh. Ooh, okay. I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it. Ooh. Is that it? All right, Mr. Wright. At this point, the only thing that's important is evidence. This better not be a bluff. You're not going to... Oh! You're not going to fool me, Mr. Wright. Unless we're finishing each other. What? So wait a minute. So it's not the profile. So then it would have to be... It would have to be the lion. All right, load. Load. It's because of the freaking... It's because of his brother, bro. Are you guys dumb? Oh, I was reading it wrong. Evidence that proves Acro is out to... Okay, there was a note. Here we go. Okay, that's my fault. That's my bad. That's my bad. They weren't dumb. It was me. It was me. Acro, you remember this, don't you? Ooh, that's... It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat. Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. This sly dog! And by sly dog, I mean scummy scumbag. What the hell were you? What the hell, bro? We gotta figure out what the reasoning was for her to like, because there definitely was some weird like incident or something that happened with this damn lion. They were talking about this lion smiling, biting Acro's brother. I don't buy it for a second. Somebody made that lion sneeze and bite on his head. Order! 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 Mr. Wright, little theory for you. It's the truth, Mr. Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria's bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. Probably because he knew. Probably because he freaking knew. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Pause. Whoa, pause. Hey, Nick, isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Bro, she over here like... La 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 la. Is that a bee? Oh my gosh. Butterflies. Bro, not a single piece of wildlife in this court, bro. She's in a different universe. Acro just wrote this note to Regina. Foolish fool with foolish fools. I guess I can guess what she said, right? Foolish fools, the foolish fools who foolishly fools. You should know that you should not be foolishly fooling the way that you foolishly fool. You're so foolish. You've even made me sound like a foolhardily fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Yeah, bro, he knew. Oh, that kind of sucks for him too, because like the Acro and Bat brothers were like little. Wow, bro. Thinking about that, that's actually kind of deep. The fact that they were like his family, but Regina was like his blood daughter, I'm assuming. I don't remember if they said whether or not she was blood daughter related, but I'm like, come on, Regina Barry didn't say otherwise. Blood. It's like, wow, holy crap. So he was just trying to fix it. He was trying to figure out what was going on, and like, dang, bro. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What in this is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Bro, like the sound in one of these ears is not right. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know, I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence in the instance 6 months ago is, damn it. The conclusive evidence. Ooh. Isn't it Bat's scarf, same with his blood in a small... Ooh, in a small quantity of pepper. What? This is it? Well, I kind of figured that I'd try to get rid of evidence I didn't need anymore. What? Alright, the conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is... the pepper? Ugh. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze. I'm not sneezing for real. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the size of evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because of this piece of decisive evidence. Oh, because this decisive piece of evidence was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. Or believable. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Barry killed somebody with a small bottle of pepper? Taking that into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, to answer this question, sure, hit this save button real quick. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim? His intended victim? Or her intended victim? Ah, bro, Bat. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him. Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. That's not really a solid basis, though. Yeah, if that was me who said that, I would have been cooked so hard. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened with Bat was actually an accident? It was more than that. Oh my gosh, I have to prove it. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat, using this bottle of pepper. Ooh, that's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? Yeah, bro, what you got to say about this? That's right. And who was the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There is something more than just blood on the scarf you're on. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? And somebody get this bird out of my face. What is going on here? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering the criminal. Pause! But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling. Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lion sneeze. Yeah, Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. Yup, perfect thumbnail. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Yeah, bro, that's the thumbnail right there. He sneezed because of the pepper, of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool. Right, here it is. Here it is. You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster. Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence. The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. Murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Let's see, bro. Bust. Nick, you've got to do something! This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Hold on a minute. The beginning of this, somebody did say something about how it was like They were like, it's not over until the end or something like that. I feel like this might be a trap. See how things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Okay. A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. See, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin. Yeah, bro, I don't know. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ugh! Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Bro, we're not doing this. There's no way. It seems that this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Oh my gosh. Thank you for your support. Ugh. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Excuse me? Hold it. Is this Mia? Maya? Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case, sorry. I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Why are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, what? She did not just do this to me. Hey, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives in the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk down our own tightrope. If we don't, we're starting to lose. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, let's go. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. All right, let's figure it out. Let's see what we can do. The murder weapon. Where is Max? Bust somewhere in this courtroom. Somewhere in the lodging house. I'm trying to think, bro. All right. So logically, right? Yo, yes, we can save. God bless. God bless. Lord bless. Thank you. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay. Here's where my brain is. All right. So the bust, I feel like it's not somewhere at Big Top. Somewhere in the lodging house. I don't know. But what was the lodging house again? It was just that, just where they keep, I mean, it's either there, somewhere in the Big Top. I don't think it'd be somewhere in the Big Top. That just doesn't make any sense. I think it's either in the lodging house. I think it's in the lodging house. There's no doubt in my mind. The bus is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say. You better not say. In fact, allow me to be even more specific. In Mo's room? In Acro's room. In the plaza near the scene. Oh, this is tricky, bro. In the plaza near the scene. Where would it be, though, if it were near the scene? Nah, there's something weirder. In Acro's room. In Mo's room? Indeed, it is in Mo's room. That clown, you don't mean... Why would it must be in Mo's room? That's simple. I could... Yep. Yep. Refrain from making yourself look stupid. Where Ben and Trillo were standing? Okay, that's fine, bro. That's fine. Yep. Mo's room, Acro's room. Okay. Okay, so maybe it's not the lodging house. Maybe it's not the lodging house. So maybe it's somewhere in the Big Top? It must be somewhere in the big top. It's in the big top. Mr. Wright, where exactly the big top when we find the bust? In the ringmaster's room, in the cafeteria, in the center ring. What's the center ring? Center ring. Ringmaster's room, cafeteria. Think about what? There was something that they wanted me to, whatever. In the ringmaster's room, in the cafeteria, in the center ring. Oh, dang it. It's obviously in the cafeteria. The cafeteria? Why would it be there? That's easy enough. It's the messiest place in the entire circus. Spare us the jokes. That reminds me. We went over that cafeteria with a fine-tooth comb and found no sign of a bust. Okay. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Somewhere in this courtroom. It's obviously where. The judge's bench, the prosecutor's bench, the witness's stand. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? He's not worried. I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. Holy crap! Do not tell me that this guy is carrying the bust near his crotch. I might actually throw him off a cliff. I just want to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Pause. Hiding busts under blankets? What are we, 12? Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over, which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? There's no... It is! It is, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen it and heard it here first. Our first... I don't even know what you would call it. Our first witness has hidden the murder weapon on his persons in the courtroom. Nobody thought to search this man on his way in. He could have very well had a bazooka under that shit. They would have just let him roll. No, not walk, roll right in here. Ain't that just about a... Bro, this game is something else. This game is a piece of work. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Yeah, good stuff, bro. I don't feel happy or accomplished that that was the case. Let's just keep it rolling. You fool! How could you? Yep, keep hitting that stupid desk. Keep getting mad about it. I'm just as mad. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, 2 of them. 2 of them. Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search of my room last night? There were 2 pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously, I couldn't throw that away. Bro, she was taking your trash out. She was looking after your ass and you was trying to take her out like the trash? Now that's trash. Come on, that was okay. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. All right, enough of the crotch shots. I think we got it. The only place I could think to hide it was quickly under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. Now, Acro, let me ask you this. No, wait, hold on a minute. That's right, they took him away as soon as they came in for the search, which is crazy to me because I'm like, I feel like there has to, maybe it's not the procedure over there in Japan. It's still weird. I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy, and now to be caught in the middle of a court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Hold on, but we're just skipping past where Regina wanted this lion dead, or wanted this lion to bite Bat? Weren't they best friends? Uh-huh, you definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. That does seem really stupid. When have we ever... You're a prosecuting attorney. What do you... It seems we finally arrived at the truth. I'm guessing because she wanted a foolproof case. Maybe she really was confident that Acro wouldn't have done it. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. Stop saying his name like you give a damn. I don't. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. So you wanted to kill a 16-year-old over a practical joke? Bro, look at the sparkle in her eyes right there, bro. Do you think that that's somebody who's all there? Do you really think that's somebody who could have possibly understood the consequences of all of their actions, bro? Are you for real? Yo, the person walking out with the biggest L in this entire trial, case, investigation is Regina. Here's my case. A, not a single good male figure in her life other than her father. A, Exhibit A. I'm not even gonna say that. Let me slow down, cause I might be giving you too much benefit of the doubt, Russell. Mr. Russell Berry, knowing damn well he's putting people on his payroll who are trying to get with his daughter at the age of 20-something years old while she's only 16. How much sense does that make? Not only that, he employed this guy who is 31 at the time, who was also trying to get with Regina using his hand on a talking puppet. Yeah, bro, sick in the head. Then we have Max, who's over here doing the same thing. Now, Max is the youngest of these gentlemen who's trying to get with this girl, Regina Berry. Doesn't make it better, but at the very least, it's not the worst thing in the world. Still a failure of a male figure for this girl. Trying to marry her, trying to slide into her DMs, like she's still not trying to figure out how to do her freaking pre-algebra homework or algebra homework. I don't know what stage of the learning development she's even at, considering that sparkle in her eye says it all. Look at that, bro. Nah, that definitely says to me pre-algebra with a hint of tutoring in the middle. Okay, no disrespect, Regina, but you get what I'm saying? Now let's head back over to Mo, okay? Mo might be actually the best male figure in her life. Now, Mo, I know I gave you a lot of shit, but hear me out, brother. You definitely did your thing in trying to make her see the truth and trying to get her to mature a little bit. Yeah, she's only 16, but at the age of 16, everybody should understand that when their parents leave, like in terms of like dying or death, they're not gonna come back, okay? This isn't a fairy tale. So maybe Mo might be the only real good male model in her life. Next, we have Acro. Now, Acro, I'm gonna get on you. Even though you're the only person who didn't try to slide in her DMs, you literally tried to kill her over something like a practical joke that your brother initiated. Now, no, it doesn't make it right, okay? I get it. But Regina's not all there. She didn't know. She tames lions all day. She probably doesn't even have homework. She's probably homeschooled. Bro, I don't know what the circus life is like, but I know it ain't like a regular life, okay? That's crazy. And then we got this guy. He just wanted her to like him so bad. Brother, pack it up. It's time to move on. She's not like I've already... And you're 22. What am I saying? I'm over here talking like he's 16 too. Nah, Bat, you're disgusting too. You're over here trying to, again, get her to be with you and all this. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. So you slid pepper into her scarf. You're going overtime, making dares and everything like that. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. I'm really talking about how this is all like a good male figure in her life kind of deal. She had none. I feel genuinely sorry. Regina, if I have said anything to you in this whole entire case, I know I tried to like pin something on her. I obviously was proven very wrong. I'm sorry. Like, enough of like the jokes and everything like that about like the young like minor thing, bro. It's the fact that she is a child and that she's being put in this situation where she has to see all this unfold, bro. These are 20-year-olds and above, all beefing over a girl and a guy who liked a girl who is way younger and who she doesn't even know what's happening. Nah, that's straight tragic. And she lost her dad, bro. She lost her dad and her best friend, and she don't even understand. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today. Please like it. Like, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Let's just see how this plays out. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim of in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. What do you mean then? Get to the point. Look at him bawl, bro. Look at you bawl. I don't care. I don't care. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Why? Because your brother? The only reason why I feel bad for him is because of his brother. Because Regina did, no, that is one thing Regina did. I guess she didn't understand. She did that, bro. She put him in a coma. Unbeknownst to her, but you know, that's like the only thing I feel bad about him for. But at the same time, like, you're 20-something years old. You just gotta unfortunately let it go. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. Thank you. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Yes, we did it. At what cost? At what cost? At what cost? At what cost? This court is adjourned. Thank the Lord. Whatever, bro. Hit me with your cards. I don't even care at this point. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? He tried to kill a child at heart. What does that even mean? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Many congratulations, but only a max. 1,000,000 of them.
Thank you.
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh? Oh gosh. Oh, she's actually emoting. She's been like this.
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault. Sweetie pie, Max. Bro is about to get himself out of one case and land in another. Leave. You're off the hook. That and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Okay, yeah, I get it. Again, she's coming out of this the worst. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you again, Regina. You sure? You really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not making that stuff up just to... What? Bro, his brother. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. That? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm so sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to get her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max!
What is it, Mo?
We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I will turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen.
The best the circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh.
That's quite the goal. Hey, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max!
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Oh wait, Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We gotta work together to make the Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Very Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick, it seems like everything is going to turn out all right here. I can't wait to go to the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order some special whoopee cushion seats.
Hold on a minute. I see what made the case. Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. Who the you had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. A game theory! I'm just kidding. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. Hey, let me find out this is Edgeworth plotting behind the scenes. You Mr. Wright. Hold on. I see a bastard holding some newspaper. I know it's him. Of course. Well, detective, as for Mr. Acro's case, you don't need to worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. This guy's aura is insane! This guy's aura is insane! This guy's aura is insane. Let's go. Hell yeah, bro. Look at Von Karma. She like, why do I feel incoming Riz? Look at her, bro. She knows. Why do I get the unmistakable feeling I'm about to get hit with some serious Riz? Oh, this might be the best part about this case, is that ending part. Lot to talk about here. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for today's episode. So a few things, right? Okay, I was really hoping this was gonna turn out to be better than people were making it out to be. Yeah, it's not. This case might be one of the worst cases for like a mid to end game level case that I've seen so far. That just being that there's just a lot that I feel like with this that is just so stupid. I mean, I get it was like it started off as like a childish joke back and forth between the two. The whole age thing aside, bro, because like I get it, Japan's age of consent is way different, or a couple years different than ours. That aside, I think it's very stupid that and very unfortunate that Regina had to basically grow up the way that she did and not really feel like she could be serious ever. I feel like she was surrounded by a bunch of people who just coddled her a lot, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate in any case. All right, like you get too sheltered, you start getting complacent from reality, and then you start just not taking anything serious. So then your actions start having less consequences in your brain, but they get more dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you more dangerous as a result. So that Acro is a huge walking L. I don't feel bad for him. The only reason why I feel bad for him is because of that. And I only feel bad for Acro because he was the only person who didn't play into these fantasies. He probably didn't even really react or interact with Regina all that much. It's just unfortunate that his brother was a victim to that, you know, that unseriousness. But to turn around and try to kill her, my man, I mean, come on. There are way better ways that could have been handled, I feel. A conversation with the ringmaster, you know, something like that. I mean, the ringmaster did shoot the lion that did it because he was like, yeah, this is too much. I mean, I get it, you wanted to like see some consequences happen, but it's just, that just wasn't it. Just wasn't it. So I think my opinion on this case is that it's dumb because of that. It's dumb of them to try to make me feel bad about him beyond that point. I feel like the circumstances in this case to make the murder play out the way they did, also very stupid. I get it's a video game. I get that, like, you know, sometimes this stuff in real life can happen to where it could create a blunder. So I give it a little bit more respect for trying to like try something new and not make everything be a calculated effort. But it just, I don't know. Definitely my least favorite case. Maybe just of this game. I'd have to go through and remember what all the cases are for sure from the last game and then compare them to this game. Definitely not better than the Steel Samurai. I feel like this one is not better than the Steel Samurai at all. But now it's on to some cooler stuff. We got the crazy aura coming off of Edgeworth. Hey, but that's getting into other things. Let's just celebrate the fact that we're done with this case. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you are new, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you always know when I'm posting a new video. Also, make sure that you go ahead and join the Discord. The link is in the description below. Get some conversation going. See, also when I post new videos, you'll see a new notification pop up there as well. And as always, y'all, I appreciate y'all for all of your support, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace, y'all.